Hi Aquarius, welcome to your week ahead taroscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, my readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant signs. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign Aquarius, this is for you. And I always advise that you watch all three so you can get a clearer idea of how they're going to speak to you. With that said, remember they are general readings. Not everything's going to resonate with everybody, and that is just fine. You should always use your own discernment. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my deck of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So your key to the week this week is your card, effectively, because it's the Fool card. New things, new places, new people, but an inverting of reality as you know it. So something this week is going to shift. Something is going to be very different. It may be that you are making a very different move to one that you usually would. Maybe you're going in a very different direction to what you would usually consider as the path forward. The reason I say this is because the Fool card has, and when I talk about inverting reality, it's just such an interesting choice of words that came to mind with everything that's happened recently. But the feeling that I get from this is this week you are pressing the reboot button in some way, shape or form. Something is changing, something is shifting here, and you are going in a very new, very novel direction in all of these areas of your life. Now remember, the Fool card, in difference to the Tower, the Tower card tends to be very shocking, very disruptive. The Fool card tends to be, it's kind of like a moment that almost passes you by, that you don't really notice for what it is. But once it's happened, you know, maybe a month, 2 months, 6 months, a year, whatever down the line, you kind of look back and go, yeah, that was a big change. So, you know, this could be a really interesting week. Pay attention to the signs, the symbols, the synchronicities that show up this week, because they will be there, but the Fool card tends to be a bit more subtle than that. With that said, if you are a continued subby, you know Rafi loves you. If you're new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit the subscribe button. For your actions and options, you've got the World card. Look at that, right? So as it begins, so it completes. The beginning and the end, the alpha and the omega. There's a reason I'm laughing at that. Yeah, anyway, so you've got the World card here as your actions and options, which does suggest either you're maybe changing your community in some way, maybe you're introducing something that is very new, maybe you're bringing something new to your community. So, you know, this could be maybe a new way of doing videos from now on. It's possible, but you get my point. It's like you're making a change here, and it is in what's considered your personal status quo. So your personal world is shifting in some way. The other thing as well, remember the World card it's kind of like a graduation. And so in a lot of ways, this week could literally see you elevating your status in some way. Like something is changing here, something is shifting. And once you get to the end of this week, you'll know, like there's no going back from here. For your communications and conversations, you've got the Fool card. So this is either an opportunity, an offer, a conversation that very much takes you, and it will be taking you by surprise. And although I said it's, you know, the Fool card tends to be a bit more subtle than that, you do have a double hit of it, and you've got that. So in a lot of ways, something is coming full circle here. Something is, you know, and it might be meeting you very much by surprise. It might be something that comes up this week that really has you questioning the way that things are. The reason being is because something about your life is about to shift. Now, because this comes through the communications and conversations, this could be an offer or an opportunity of some sort that absolutely explodes for you. And, you know, especially if things have been really slow for you recently, this could be a moment at which things just absolutely speed up and you're like, what happened? What did I do? I don't think it's necessarily anything that you've done, because the Fool card is moments of destiny. So this is whatever the slowdown was, it had to happen, and the speed up is happening of its own accord. Well, according to destined or divine will. For those of you that are studying or in some form of academia, this could literally be a new course, something new that you're deciding to study or embark on. It could also be a time at which you realize that you're kind of at the beginning of a learning journey. And I think this is the case for all Aquarians in some way, shape or form. It's like you're having that moment this week where you realize, like, wow, I am a fool, I am a nescient, I don't know anything. If you have moments this week that make you question everything, and there's likely to be one, or potentially, you know, possibly more, it's the thing that I want to say to you is it's not like, oh, it's not you, it's them. It's more a case of, this is revealing what your next or new path is in some way. Now, for those of you that are employed by somebody else, this could literally be a new job, new duties. Maybe for some of you, you're getting headhunted. Maybe, you know, for those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, this could be something that literally steps in, that comes about very much by surprise. This could be, maybe you get headhunted, maybe you get shouted out. The Fool card is Uranus energy as well. You know, it was more the Aquarian energy. So this could be something to do with technology. Maybe this is being more incorporated in your work, or maybe it's being more incorporated in your day-to-day life, or even in your business. For those of you that are retired and no longer working, this is you literally, like this week you're going to find a new vocation. It's like you find the next thing that you really want to start living for, or doing more of, or welcoming more into your life. For your love and relations, you've got the Ten of Cups. This is beautiful. So for those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitments, that's pregnancy energy for absolute sure. For those of you that are partnered but living separately, this week your partner is likely to surprise you and say, you know what, I want to move in with you. If you are single, I would not be surprised, even though you may be surprised at who it is or how it is you connect with this person, but I would not be surprised if you meet somebody that is very likely to be a big part of your future moving forward. And I don't say that lightly. It's just with this combination of cards, whatever connections are made this week, they will have far-reaching or long-reaching ripples. So really interesting. You've got the Ten of Cups right underneath the World card. There's something here about a new community, or a new place of being, or a new way of connecting to people that just absolutely warms your heart. And then for your money and materials, as if it could get any better, you've got the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is promotions. So for those of you that work for somebody else, this could literally be new responsibilities that come with, you know, a higher paycheck. And it might come very much sort of synchronistically, like somebody leaves or a position opens up and you're like a shoe-in for it. It's just like the timing is right this week. There's something about it where it's like, and it might, like I said, you know, you got a double hit of the Fool card. There's no getting away from the fact that there's likely to be some kind of surprise this week where you're like, okay, what just happened? For your money though, your King of Pentacles, your resources look great. I wouldn't be surprised as well, for those of you that are single, if you are meeting somebody, this is going to be an earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, or a Virgo. For those of you, for your physical health and vitality, this is going to be your neck, your throat, and your thyroid, and particularly your voice. So you really, especially if you do something like this, you got to look after your voice this week. And then when it comes to your home and environment, I like the King of Pentacles for this week, because I kind of get the feeling that this is you having a moment where you're like, this is my space, this is my castle, this is my home, this is where I'm supposed to be. Like there's a feeling of rightness around the home, in the space, you know, that just absolutely sits really, really well. I think this could be a wonderful week, to be honest with you. One of the better ones that Aquarius has had. And because we've got a double hit with the Fool card, which is our energy anyway, we will be able to navigate and work with this week's energies better than most. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Let me know in the comments how this shows up for you. Take care, and I'll see you soon.